Welcome to Business 302 Leadership and Personal Development. I'm your professor, Dr. Annie No, and in this video, I'll be providing a course overview as well as a tour of Canvas. So here we are on our homepage, and I have a couple of quick buttons here that will help take you to the major components of our course. And then just below are some brief instructions on how to navigate Canvas. The first button here is the Zoom link to enter our Zoom classes on Tuesdays at 9:30 a.m. The second button goes to my Zoom office hours, which are held on Wednesdays from 2 to 4 p.m. and Thursdays 9 to 11 a.m. Or you can schedule an appointment with me via email. I also have quick buttons for the syllabus and the discussion board. At the start of each week on Sundays, I will send out an announcement so that you know what to expect for the week. It will appear in the announcement section up at the top here, as well as in your email inbox. Additional announcements will also be made in class on Tuesdays during our Zoom sessions, and I will send out a recap and reminders message after class. Scrolling down, you can see the welcome video that you're watching right now, along with my email address in case you want to email me a quick note about anything at all. Since this is your first time in the course, you'll want to click on the Let's Begin button to take you through the course orientation and resources module, which I'll walk you through in just a moment. Scrolling further, you can also see the quick links to all the modules for the semester, so you can just access the specific week's module down this way as well, or you can use the modules link over here on the left side. For time management purposes, I recommend using the calendar over here on the left, which you can turn on for our course, as well as making sure to look at the to-do section over here on the right regularly so you know what assignments are due and when. Let's click on the quick access button to the syllabus here, or you can click on the syllabus link in the navigation on the left as well. On this page, there's a brief introduction to our course, and as you scroll down, you can see my contact information, and more importantly, you'll want to make sure to click on this link here to download the full syllabus. And as we scroll down further, you can see there's a course description along with the course details and course objectives and student learning outcomes. More importantly, towards the bottom is the course summary. So I've already set up or structured our entire Canvas course with all of the assignments, so you can see what is due and when and plan your academic schedule and personal life accordingly. I'll go ahead and click back. Now, since this is your first time in the course, we're going to go ahead and scroll down and click on the Let's Begin button to go through the course orientation and resources module. This module should answer your basic questions about the course. So this first page is a welcome page with a brief introduction to the course. It also highlights when we meet and reminds you to check out this module and review the syllabus. I also have a link here where it'll take you to a discussion board where you can post any of your questions about the syllabus, and I'll answer those questions directly in the discussion board so that everybody has access to the same information. I also have some Canvas resources here in case you want a refresher on how to use Canvas, or you just want to learn more about Canvas so you can use it more efficiently. And to go through the module, you'll just want to click Next. On this page has my contact information, my office hours, as well as my teaching philosophy and background, so you can get to know me a little bit more, but we'll be doing introductions on the first day of class as well. Clicking Next. This page explains the weekly expectations of the course. This course is structured using modules so that you know what to expect each week, and it will help you keep pace with the assignments. Now, while this class was originally designed to be fully on ground, it has been converted to a scheduled online course that meets once a week. But even with my on-ground courses, we didn't lecture the entire time. There was a lot of group work, discussions, interacting with each other, and I've structured the course as best as I can to help recreate that live interaction. So prior to attending class, you are expected to read any course materials, articles, readings carefully, watch any assigned videos, and submit a reading post. I review the reading posts to check for understanding, as well as answer any questions that you may have about the content. Our Tuesday class sessions are focused on application of your learning, so I won't be doing much lecturing. It'll be more application through cases, discussions, and exercises. And in the second half of the semester, you'll be collaborating with each other on a group project. So here's the general structure for each week. You're expected to read any chapters and articles, as well as submit a reading post by Sunday at 11 p.m. And then I spend my Mondays reading and grading those reading posts so that we're all prepared for our Tuesday session. Then on Tuesday, you're expected to actively participate in our class sessions over Zoom by engaging with me and your peers in exercises, activities, games, discussions, etc. After Tuesday, you'll also be required to complete any applicable tasks or assignments that are due by Sunday. Note that some weeks will have additional assignments related to a team project in the second half of the semester, and only one member of the team needs to submit those assignments on the group's behalf. All other course materials can be found in the corresponding weekly module, so everything you need is always packaged in these modules. Here's my assignment, deadlines, and late work policy. All individual assignments have a 1-day grace period. All that means is that you don't have to tell me you're going to submit something late or ask permission. If you need that extra day for whatever reason at all, go ahead and take it. You do not get penalized for late work. If you find that you are having trouble with any of these assignments or have questions, please come see me during my Zoom office hours or send me a quick email. Note that exams and group project assignments do not have a grace period and are closed after the due dates listed in the course schedule. Please contact me before an assignment due date if you have any extenuating circumstances and need an extension, and then we can figure out the best way to accommodate your needs. Note that I do accept revisions to all assignments, excluding exams, so if you ever want to go back and improve on any of your assignments, I will accept those up until the last day of class before finals. Please note the caveat regarding the grace period, in that it's to be used occasionally when other obligations may take priority. Constantly submitting reading posts, tasks, or assignments late will impact your participation grade, because that means you're not preparing for class discussion. So even though I say there's no penalty to late assignments, there will be an impact to your participation grade in preparation for the course. This course uses open educational resources, also known as OER. So these 3 texts here are the basis of our course, but I also have supplemental readings throughout. So for convenience, I've compiled all of the required readings in the table here below for each week. That way, if you are trying to reference or go back to a particular reading, you can go to this one place to find everything. Otherwise, whenever you're in the weekly module, all of the applicable readings for that week will be in that specific module. I've also got a link here for some examples on reading posts for our course, but we'll be talking about it in class. With this course being delivered online as well as through Zoom, there are some netiquette rules here on how to be scholarly, respectful, professional, and polite to one another. These guidelines are also helpful for when you're working in a workplace setting. As a discussion-based course, I have an explanation of what that looks like for our class, as well as what that looks like in the workplace. So make sure to read through this carefully. But what this ultimately means for us as a class is that everyone in the course will have the opportunity to facilitate a small group discussion during our Zoom class sessions. This will give you a chance to practice leading group discussions, as you will likely be part of a group at work someday. In the first half of the semester, during our Tuesday Zoom sessions, students will be broken out in breakout rooms in groups of 5, with an assigned discussion lead. I will be filling out the discussion leads and the groups down below. Most of these class sessions will have 1 or 2 opportunities for small group discussion. Following the class session, the discussion leads will complete a discussion board post reflecting on their experience of leading that day's small group discussion. In order to prepare yourself to facilitate a group discussion, you'll need to make sure to read the Tips on Facilitating Effective Group Discussions. This link will take you to the website at Brown University, but if you prefer reading from a PDF and printing it out and taking notes, I have a link here to the PDF as well. So once the student names are posted here, make sure to take a look, and if the dates conflict with something in your schedule, you can always switch with another student. On the first day of class, we'll be doing an exercise in breakout rooms to establish course expectations. So that's this page here. MiraCosta has a wide range of support services. So we've got the Student Support Hub here on the left, but I've also got different links here to different services that you can always use. There's also a BUS302 Learning Preferences surveys. So it's just a handful of questions so that I can make the necessary accommodations and adjustments to our course based on student needs. And then at the end of each module, there'll be an end of module page. That way you'll know that you've completed everything you needed to do in that module. It also links back to my contact info and to the homepage. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the modules at a high level. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the modules link here on the left. And so you can see we just went through the course orientation and resources module. The little triangle here will let you minimize the module if you don't want to see all the content again, and this will save you some scrolling. So I'll go ahead and minimize that module that we just went through. And then you can see the second module here is called the Leadership Development Plan module. So one of the outcomes for our course is to develop a plan for yourself on your leadership development. I've broken it out into multiple assignments spread out throughout the semester. and they come in the form of discussion boards, short essays, and different assessments. This is here for quick access, but in general, all assignments will be in their specific modules. In this third module here, this is the group project leader interview module, but we'll be working on that in the second part of the semester and talking about that then. So here are the week 1 and 2 modules, so you can just see how things are laid out. In each weekly module, you'll see the dates and the main topic at the top, along with the required reading post to prepare and the class agenda. So you can see there's no required reading post in week 1, so that's missing here. But if you look at week 2, you can see the reading post is the very first thing. And then following that is the class agenda. The class agenda will list everything you need to do before coming to class, what will happen during class, and any assignments you need to do the rest of the week. And then just below the class agenda are all of the tasks or assignments that are due for that week. So here are the things you'll want to do in preparation for our Tuesday, January 26th class. So you'll want to watch these 3 videos here, and you're already watching the first one. You'll want to make sure to read through the syllabus, the course orientation and resources module, and the tips on facilitating effective group discussions. There's no reading post due this week, but you should read through these so that you can bring any questions that you might have to class. Otherwise, the only tasks and assignments in preparation for class is to share any questions you might have about the syllabus in this discussion board. And you also need to pick a word for the year, and that'll make sense after you watch the video above. Scrolling down, you can see what the agenda is for our Tuesday class. We will begin the class with introductions, doing an activity called the one word. You'll be asked to share your name, including any nicknames or pronouns, and you're going to go ahead and share your one word for 2021. Again, make sure to watch the video link above and choose your word. And you'll also need to explain why this is your word. I've got a list of words to choose from. These are just an example for inspiration. You can pick a word off that list or any word for that matter. And it doesn't even have to be in English. If there is a word in your in another language or in your native tongue that makes more sense for you, please choose that. We'll be working on course expectations through our breakout rooms. We'll also have a discussion around the structure of our course. We'll have some time for Q&A, and then we'll wrap up the day with a leadership timeline activity in breakout rooms. Towards the bottom here in yellow, I have all of the assignments that are due for the week listed for convenience. So if you have any questions, just let me know.